Hey guys, Jesse from Fulla Strength and Conditioning here with tip number 27 of my 90 fitness tips in 90 days. This one here, I'm going to try and make it a positive one. So it's Monday, it's a fresh start to the week. I want to try and give you guys some actionable items and things that you can incorporate into your life. Whether it be fitness related, it could be business related, it could be just to give you a bit of motivation. But basically what I want to try and do is give you guys the understanding that there's not always going to be a perfect time and a perfect place to implement what you want. So you can apply this to business as well, but the tips that I'm doing are for fitness, so I'm going to relate them to that topic. So this actually comes back to a discussion that I had with a couple of clients this morning, and it's just a matter of taking that initial step. It's just dipping your toe in the water and getting started. So oftentimes we're going to find ourselves in a situation where we're not all G'd up and excited to go and train. That's not always the case. For those of you who do find yourself in that position, lucky you, that's fantastic. If you can share some of that energy and some of that buzz for the rest of us who aren't always at that peak level, please do so. But you're going to find there's going to be days, there's going to be times where you're not going to want to exercise or maybe eat that healthy food, which is completely normal, guys. It's a completely natural and normal response. But the key that you need to take away and remember is that regardless of whether you want to do something or whether you don't want to do something, the end result needs to be the same. So let's just say, for example, we set a behavior goal to train 3 days a week. Monday is generally a fresh day. We can either attack it one or two ways. Generally, people will be really gung-ho. They'll be full of energy. They'll be ready to attack the day and make a positive start to the week. If that's the case, they're going to have lots of energy. They're going to be pumped up to train, which is awesome. On the flip side, we may have someone who's maybe had a big weekend and just is feeling a little bit run down and lacking a bit of energy. They might not want to train quite as hard, which once again is a normal, natural response. But with both of those cases, the end goal needs to be the same. The end goal needs to be getting that training session done. Okay, the example I've used is 3 training sessions. We have 2 cases. One person's really ready to rock and roll. The other person's not so motivated. The end result for both cases needs to be an action item of training. Okay? So the key here for both circumstances is just to get started, guys. So if you are feeling like you're having a bit of a crappy Monday, you know, you've got a bit of that Monday-itis, my advice to you is very simple. Just get started. Okay? Just get yourself a little bit closer to your goal by making a start. If it's exercising and you don't feel like it, just start with 5 minutes. Just tell yourself, I'm going to go and do 5 minutes, because more than likely 5 minutes is going to lead to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, and you get that snowball effect and you start building momentum, and then before you know it, you've completed one of your 3 training sessions for the week, which is exactly what it's about. And the same can be true for nutrition. So say, for example, you don't want to cook, just start with one thing. It might be preparing vegetables, or it might be organizing your protein, or it might be going and shopping. Whatever it is, do something. Just make a start. I cannot stress that enough. The hardest part of exercise is just making a start, guys. Once you do it, once you do that initial step, it might be just getting through the warm-up. And then the warm-up leads to getting into the first exercise. And then the first leads to the second, and so forth. So the bottom line is, guys, you're not always going to feel motivated or ready to rock and roll or be at 100%. This is a fact. It's the nature of the beast, okay? You're not always going to feel 100%, but the outcome and the result needs to be the same regardless of how you feel. And the best way that you can attack it is to just get started. Start with 1 minute. Start with one action, something, a little stepping stone to get you closer to ticking that box off for the day. Okay? That's it, guys. It sounds like a very simple exercise or activity, and that's because it is. But a lot of people don't do it. They just say, I don't feel like it, and then they just give up, which doesn't lead to results. I want you guys to get results. I want you guys to lose body fat. I want you to increase your muscle mass, and I want you guys to get stronger. All right? And the best way to do it is just to make that initial start, that initial commitment, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is. do the very basics, get started, and then build from there. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you implement some of these tips. If it gives you value in some way, shape, or form, I'd appreciate one of these. Give it a thumbs up to help get this content out there to the broader community and public. Okay, thanks for the continued support, guys. I appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow for tip number 28. All right, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.